Breaking, the Chrisean Rock saga just hit real-life consequences. Welcome back to Star Hush, where tea boils, drama spills, and reality comes with receipts. And today, we're not talking messy tweets or broken relationships, we're talking court and consequences. The meltdown moment, CPS takes you and your what, began as another chaotic day on social media turned into something far more serious. Child Protective Services allegedly removed Baby Jr. from Chrisean Rock's custody. And this wasn't some overnight decision. Sources say CPS had been watching, waiting, building, and when the viral clip hit, the one where Jr. was allegedly left in a dangerous situation, reportedly inside a hot car while Chrisean argued with Blueface, it triggered the final move. Not long after CPS showed up, a full home raid happened. Jr. was removed on the spot. The footage that broke the INTR and ETHA clip, now deleted but heavily circulated, shows a scene where someone, Chrisean, places Jr. in what many fans and commentators called a clearly unsafe environment. The outrage was immediate. Comments poured in. "This isn't messy anymore. This is dangerous. That baby didn't ask for any of this. Where is the village? Where is the accountability?" What they found and what comes next, according to multiple insider reports. During the home search, alcohol bottles were allegedly found near Jr.'s sleeping area. There were substances present, unconfirmed what kind. General home conditions were said to be chaotic and unsafe. That was reportedly enough for CPS to take emergency custody. And now, Chrisean Rock could be facing child endangerment charges, possibly more, if the substances turn out to be illegal. And yes, that means she could end up behind bars again. The internet's some are devastated. Fans who have supported Chrisean through thick and thin feel like this was the line she crossed, even if unintentionally. Some are fed up. "She's been spiraling publicly for too long," one user tweeted. "There's been too many warnings, too many second chances," wrote another. And some are calling this a wake-up call. "This isn't hate. This is reality. That child deserves better." Blueface, silent. For now, as of now, Blueface has not issued a public statement. But insiders say he's already spoken to his legal team about custody. And that may be the next twist in this roller coaster, because if Chrisean loses legal custody, and Blueface makes a move, this could turn into a full-blown parental court battle, with cameras watching where this goes from here. Chrisean is under investigation. Jr. is reportedly in temporary protective care. Legal teams are preparing on all sides. Social media is split down the middle. Again, but one thing's clear. This isn't just another headline. This is a real-life crisis unfolding in real time. So stay tuned, because Star Hush is keeping eyes on every update, every move, and every court date. This story just stopped being entertaining. Now it's real.
It's a different demon. 2, I did not leave my child in no freaking car. He was outside where everybody was standing. It was multiple people sitting around his stroller, waiting for me to get off the phone, because my child father is over here being demonic, don't want to support me, don't want to do nothing, don't want to send me nothing. He talking about sit in the house. Because, what? I have a great support system. I have help. I have Pastor Mike. I have Tim Bone. I can name. I have Arissa. I have a lot of support that's there for my son. I don't have to pay for anything. Diapers, wipes, clothes, you name it. No, I'm not homeless. That's the other thing. Stop. Y'all weird. Especially that whole side. Y'all never cared for my son. What the heck? First it wasn't his. Y'all kept saying that. First it wasn't his. Then it was he's retarded. Then it was that. Y'all kept saying he was
full custody stripped. CPS confirms worst fears in Chrisean Rock saga. Welcome back to Star Hush, where the truth doesn't sleep and neither does the drama. What started as a public meltdown has now crossed over into serious real-world consequences. The story of Chrisean Rock and Baby Jr. has taken a devastating turn, with Child Protective Services, CPS, executing a full custody removal and launching an active legal case. And the new leaks are not only damning, they're heartbreaking. Leaked documents. CPS was watching for months. Let's be clear, this wasn't about one viral clip. According to newly leaked documents, CPS had an open file on Chrisean for months. They had Surveillance logs home visit reports notices of concern related to people around Junior. Red flags about her lifestyle during and after pregnancy. The final straw. The car incident during a heatwave when Chrisean allegedly left Junior alone while arguing with Blue. That single act triggered an emergency removal order. What? CPS found. Worse than EXPCTID. Multiple sources now confirm what CPS reportedly walked into. Alcohol bottles in plain sight and identified substances scattered within Junior's childproofing or safety measures, visible potential hazards all over the living space. And here's the worst part. When confronted about the safety risks, Chrisean allegedly shrugged it off, saying Junior can't walk or crawl yet, so it doesn't matter. That statement, a massive red flag. Not just for CPS but for the internet. Did she just confirm the rumors? That quote instantly reignited speculation that Junior may be facing developmental delays. A topic fans and critics have whispered about online for months. It's long been a taboo theory, with some fans expressing concern while others labeled it invasive gossip. But now, with Chrisean's own words seemingly confirming Junior's lack of mobility beyond expected milestones, the internet is blowing up. Even Blueface's mother, Carlissa Saffold, aka Leah, had previously hinted at concerns in an old Instagram live. And yes, that clip has resurfaced public outrage. From messy to UNFORGIVAV, what's changed in the last 24 hours? Doubt turned to disgust. Sympathy turned to fury. People who once rooted for Chrisean are turning away in droves. I was Team C for a long time. But this is too far. She treated motherhood like a storyline. That baby's life isn't a prop. So many people tried to warn her. And now a child is paying the price. Legal trouble. Low OIMING. According to insider reports, Chrisean is now facing potential child endangerment charges, with law enforcement said to be reviewing the car incident, home safety conditions, substance exposure risks. If convicted, she could be facing real jail time again. And remember, she just got out of jail recently. She barely had time to catch her breath before the spiral began again. What happens to Junior now? Reports say Junior is in emergency protective custody, not with Blueface. A court date is pending. For a formal custody decision, family intervention may come into play. But that's unclear right now. Bigger question, how did IT get this far? Chrisean Rock's journey from reality TV breakout to viral chaos has been a wild ride. But now fans are asking, was anyone looking out for that child? Did the industry fail her and him? And what happens when clout comes before care? This isn't just about gossip anymore. This is a wake-up call about fame, influence, and what happens when no one says no until it's too late. More updates coming. Stay locked to Star Hush for every verified twist, real receipts, and the truth behind the headlines. #Protect Junior. #Chrisean Rock. #Star Hush exclusive. #CPS files. #this AINT drama. This real life.
Cause who the fuck is angry? You supposed to be angry at him that did this. Not that's the reason why you don't find it to be angry is because you did it. Then y'all want to hop on here talking about I'm talking about my grandbaby. No, I'm talking about the trifling mammy. Now, please don't get me started because I done already repented.
New low in the Chrisean Rock case. CPS allegedly builds their entire case from her own live streams. Welcome back to Star Hush, where the internet receipts never expire and justice might just come with a timestamp. The situation around Chrisean Rock and baby Junior has officially gone from troubling to tragic. And now insiders are saying CPS didn't even need a deep investigation to make their move. They just watched the internet. The internet became exhibit. A sources close to the case are now confirming what fans long suspected. Social media posts, live streams and video clips played a massive role in CPS's decision to pull Junior from Chrisean's care. One investigator reportedly said, "We didn't have to dig. It was all right there and it was consistent." Think about that. Years of clips from partying while visibly pregnant, to handling her son while intoxicated, to that now infamous Twitch stream were all publicly documented. It's not hearsay. It's on camera. And CPS reportedly took full advantage. The final straw. The Twitch meal to audible ears where it gets chilling. In what's now being called the moment everything broke, Chrisean was live streaming on Twitch in front of thousands while arguing with Blueface on the phone. Midway through the stream, she allegedly told Twitch staff nearby to take Junior to the car. And this wasn't just any day. It was during a brutal heatwave, high humidity, temperatures in the 90s. No clear sign of a sea running. She stayed on the stream. She stayed in the argument. Junior was reportedly left alone, unattended, in the car. Fans watching immediately began tagging CPS, and within hours, that clip was clipped, reposted, and trending. That moment, according to insiders, that's what pushed CPS to act fast. Chrisean changes her tune, but to LATUP until now. Chrisean shut down every conversation about Junior's condition. Anytime fans or media questioned if he might be facing developmental delays, she clapped back hard. But when CPS got involved, sources say she suddenly flipped, opening up about Junior's struggles like it was her get-out-of-jail card. Insiders say she tried to use his developmental delays as a defense, allegedly saying she was overwhelmed, doing her best, and that his condition made everything harder to manage. But CPS reportedly saw right through it. They weren't buying what she was selling, especially after walking into her home and seeing what was left out in plain view. The legal storm AITA'd with everything stacking up. Twitch footage, house conditions, developmental delay confirmation. Safety warning. CPS has now reportedly opened a full endangerment case. This isn't just parenting criticism. This is criminal. And if prosecutors pursue it, Chrisean could be facing child endangerment charges, neglect-related counts, probation violation. From past cases, she could be sent back to jail. Just months after being released, public reaction from sympathy to stunned SIO and CH. Once the Twitch video went viral and CPS removed Junior, the energy online shifted. People who once defended her are going quiet, or worse, turning on her completely. This ain't about haters anymore. It's about that baby. She had 100 chances. This one's on her. That Twitch clip broke my heart. That kid deserved better. The bigger question, what now? Will Chrisean Rock lose custody permanently? Will Blueface step in or seek custody himself? Is a family member taking Junior for now? What will the court decide when it comes to long-term care? Most importantly, who is protecting Junior in the middle of all this? This story is still developing, and trust, it's far from over. Stay locked to Star Hush for real updates. Verified, and no sugarcoating. Justice for Junior #ChrisEan Rock #CPS Files #Star Hush exclusive #The Twitch incident.
Nah, I can call you later so you can do what you gotta do.
No, you don't gotta call me later. I just don't want to argue. You can stay on the phone.
I guess you're busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
Huh? I'm not busy at all.
Yeah, I guess you're busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
I'm not
even busy.
Okay.
Babe,
You're busy right now.
I'm not busy. I'm not
later, so
busy.
you can
I'm
do
not
this.
busy. I'm about to put a baby in the car. Is that okay? Do you mind taking him to the car? Thank you. Do you mind taking him to the car? Thank you.
There's a quantity here that's she lied, so.
The incident that shook CPS into action. Chrisean Rock leaves baby Junior in a hot car during Twitch stream live, on camera, in triple-digit heat. And the internet will never forget it. It happened on Twitch. In real time, Chrisean Rock's latest meltdown wasn't a rumor. It wasn't leaked footage. It was live-streamed by her, and what unfolded during that now infamous Twitch broadcast was enough to send shockwaves through both her fanbase and Child Protective Services. According to viewers, Chrisean locked her infant son Junior inside a parked car during a brutal national heatwave while she stayed inside a building, locked in a loud heated argument with Blueface. Let's pause here. Blueface wasn't even present. He was behind bars. Yet, that's who had her focus, not her crying, overheating baby. Staff begged her to INTRV, and multiple Twitch staff reportedly told her they could hear Junior crying from outside the building. One even asked her directly to go check on him. Her response, dismissive, cold, unbothered, like it was just another day. Another tantrum. By the time she finally got up and walked out, it was reportedly too late. Junior had been crying so hard he began coughing from the heat, exhaustion, and dehydration. And, yes, it was all on camera. He can't even walk, her shocking JUSTISEITON. After the backlash hit hard, Chrisean went live again, saying, I am attending to my baby. That's why I have people here to help. Y'all act like y'all don't even know what's going on. She claimed she had handlers watching him. She claimed it wasn't that serious. But fans weren't having it. And CPS they had seen enough. The heat wave that changed everything temperature. Well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit in some states, no AC. No cracked windows, no adult supervision. Just a baby sweating alone in a car, while his mom ranted on Twitch. This was not a misunderstanding. This wasn't bad press, this was reckless. Documented endangerment, and CPS acted fast. The home visit turned Ion VSDIJTO in what was supposed to be a basic welfare check reportedly spiraled into a full-blown child endangerment case. What CPS allegedly found: alcohol bottles scattered throughout the home, unknown substances in easy reach of Junior, a general lack of baby safe precautions, and alarming level of indifference from Chrisean herself, and, if that wasn't enough, she reportedly told CPS Junior couldn't reach the dangerous items anyway because he can't even walk. That comment set off a whole new wave of concern. Speculation about Junior's health. Fans have quietly speculated for months that Junior may have developmental delays. Chrisean always shut those conversations down hard. But when CPS confronted her, she allegedly used that very detailed Junior's delays as part of her defense, and that didn't sit right with anybody. One insider put it bluntly: when it's internet clout, she denies it. When she's facing consequences, suddenly, it's a disability defense. Internet reacts: we tried to warn her the outrage is reaching new highs. She acted like that boy ain't even exist. CPS better give Junior the life he deserves. She thinks she's untouchable, her time's coming. And truthfully, fans have been warning her for months. Remember she brought Junior to packed concerts as a newborn, with no ear protection, partied while pregnant. Blueface even claimed she smoked a blunt en route to the hospital. She repeatedly streamed chaotic scenes with Junior in the background, crying none of this was a secret. The red flags were public record. What happens now? Here's what we know. CPS has removed Junior from her custody. An active child endangerment case is underway. Chrisean is reportedly facing legal action that could land her back behind bars if charges stick. She may not see her son again for a long time. As for Blueface, he once claimed he didn't want custody, but now people are asking if he'll step up or step away. Again, the clock is ticking on G. This isn't just another messy headline. This is a mother's entire reputation unraveling, on live stream in front of the world. The internet built the case, CPS made the call, and now Chrisean Rock may be facing the consequences of her own feed. Stay tapped into StarHush for exclusive updates as the case unfolds. This isn't just drama, this is real life, and a baby's future is on the line. Hashtag Justice for Junior. Hashtag Chrisean Rock. Hashtag CPS investigation. Hashtag Twitch meltdown. Hashtag StarHush exclusive. ChatGPT said. The deep dive is Chrisean Rock's behavior toward her son, rooted in regret. What started as public concern is now unraveling into something much darker, a disturbing timeline that paints Chrisean Rock's motherhood as disconnected, defensive, and possibly resentful from the beginning. And now, the internet's asking the question no one wanted to ask: did she ever really want to be a mother in the first place? From I can abort tomorrow to IT's too late now before Junior was even born. Fans noticed Chrisean sending confusing, conflicted signals about her pregnancy. In resurfaced live stream clips, she's seen drinking while visibly pregnant, brushing off concern from friends and family, trying to intervene, saying boldly on camera, "Yes, I can drink. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me." That moment, people paused the stream, replayed it, and watched in disbelief. Her own posts tell the story on Instagram. Chrisean once wrote, "I'm 20 weeks already. It's too late to do anything else. This pregnancy was planned, but now we don't see a future with me anymore." She followed that up with, "I had to pray the fear away of being a mommy." To some, it read like an overwhelmed woman facing a major life change. To others, it felt like someone admitting she never really wanted this child, at least not anymore. Patterns of neglect, not just one mistake. This isn't about a single bad decision. It's about a series of red flags, backed by video evidence, witness claims, and even Blueface's own words. Smoking and drinking during pregnancy, bringing Junior to concerts with no hearing protection, leaving him alone in a hot car while live streaming, having alcohol and dangerous substances within arm's reach, at home skipping surgery for a known hernia as a newborn. Blueface, "My son's not healthy. She got hit her whole pregnancy." One of the most damning quotes came straight from Blueface, who posted, "My son not healthy because she drank, smoked, and got hit her whole pregnancy." She couldn't even take 1 month off. At the time, the internet dragged him, accusing him of trying to shame Chrisean and duck responsibility. But now, many people are rethinking that criticism. Jaden speaks out. "We tried to get her help," former friend. Jaden didn't stay silent either. In a raw, emotional video, she said, "My cousin is a specialist. We offered help, we tried. But Chrisean didn't want to hear it." You can't help someone who's in denial about reality. Jaden claims she personally tried to set up medical care and early evaluations for Junior, and Chrisean shut it all down. From regret to neglect, fans are now putting together the emotional puzzle. The live streams showing chaotic, unsafe parenting, the refusal to get Junior evaluated or treated, her own quotes expressing doubt, fear, and possible regret, her detachment during key moments, like leaving him in the car during a heat wave. One viewer summed it up with brutal honesty. "It's like she never bonded with her child. Like he was never really wanted." CPS finally steps in, but was it too late? Despite constant fan reports, alarming footage, and even medical neglect, it took a Twitch livestream during a heatwave for CPS to act. Now Junior has been removed from her Corey child. Endangerment investigation is active. Legal consequences are looming that could cost her custody permanently. The biggest tragedy. Junior never asked for THIS. This isn't just celebrity drama anymore. It's a serious, heartbreaking situation where a baby's health, safety, and development are on the line. And now fans are demanding accountability. This child deserves better. He deserves peace. He deserves safety. He deserves love. The question is no longer is Chrisean overwhelmed. It's is she even capable of being a safe, responsible parent at all? Final thought: Chrisean Rock may have once viewed motherhood as a burden she couldn't escape. But now, the world's watching, and Junior's future depends on what happens next. We'll keep you updated as the case unfolds. #Justice for Junior. #ChrisEAN investigation. This AIN single quotes T Entertainment #Hush exclusive. It was the culmination of months, maybe years, of mounting red flags. And now that no family members have stepped up, the reality hits even harder. Junior is in the system. And he's in it alone. A child caught in the middle, and no one when oxide one. Once him. Let's break this down. CPS typically follows this order: immediate safety check, family placement attempt, term, foster care, long-term case planning. But here's the twist. Both sides of the family allegedly refused to step in. Chrisean's side, her own sister Tessiki, has had public beef with her, even going live to air out dirty laundry. Blueface's side, they've been on record dodging parental responsibility since day one. His mom even admitted to fighting with CPS over who would take the baby when Chrisean got arrested. People who watched that courtroom drama last year remember. Nobody in that courtroom wanted that baby. It was heartbreaking. Junior's special needs make this even HRDRA, according to multiple sources and visual cues. Junior is almost 2, but reportedly can't walk, can't hold his head up, may have visual impairments, has been exposed to unsafe environments for months. Combine that with rumors of undiagnosed medical conditions, like the untreated hernia and possible developmental delays. And you've got a child who needs intensive, loving care, not just a roof over his head. Money slagged her with receipts, and CPS moved fast. Moni's slaughter. Reality TV star and former industry peer did what fans and CPS hadn't, spoke up with verified info. The baby doesn't even have a pediatrician. I know that for a fact. He hasn't been to a doctor in almost a year. There's no father on the birth certificate. Junior was born in a birthing center, not a hospital. That last point matters. Birthing centers often don't coordinate follow-up pediatric care, meaning the mom has to schedule it herself. And if Chrisean didn't, that's textbook medical neglect. Did Chrisean avoid the doctor to avoid CPS's? A major allegation now making rounds is this: she knew CPS would get involved if she took Junior in, so she didn't. People believe she intentionally skipped medical appointments to avoid triggering a deeper investigation. That's especially serious if Junior was showing signs of illness, like with the hernia or the rumored cold chest infection, and still wasn't being treated. This is where it stops being about being young and overwhelmed and starts becoming about protecting herself at the cost of her son's health. The puzzle pieces are coming. POGITRLS. Connect the dots. Publicly doubted her desire to keep the baby. Admitted the pregnancy was a last-ditch effort to keep Blueface. Drank and smoked while pregnant. On video, skipped basic care, used her child as content on Twitch while ignoring his no father listed, no pediatrician assigned, no family stepping in. This is no longer a mom trying her best. It's a pattern of dangerous neglect, and CPS finally couldn't look away. Fans are divided, but JR is the PRIORITY. Some fans are still riding for Chrisean, saying, she's overwhelmed, not evil. She needs therapy, not punishment. Others aren't having it. Love your child or don't have one. She's had chance after chance, but most agree on one thing. Junior didn't ask for this, and he deserves better. What happens next? CPS will now conduct a full investigation and evaluate long-term options for custody or placement, possibly push for parental termination. If the neglect is proven, Chrisean will likely face court-ordered parenting classes, mandatory drug testing, visitation if allowed, and possibly criminal child endangerment charges. Final THOUGHT. At this point, it's not about dragging Chrisean, it's about rescuing Junior. The question isn't, is she fit? It's, is it safe to give this child back to someone who's shown over and over that she isn't ready to be a parent? And if no one in the family is willing to step up, then the foster system becomes his only hope, a deeply imperfect one, but maybe the only shot he has at a stable future. Ongoing story. Check back for updates. #Justice for Junior. #CPS investigation. #Chrisean Rock. This closing section hits like a final gut punch, and it drives home the real question: was CPS too late, too harsh, or finally just right? Let's break it down from all sides. The child's perspective. Safety comes first from Junior's point of view. He's been allegedly neglected by exposed to unsafe substances, not receiving consistent medical care, crying alone in a hot car, while his mom lives medrigers of why it happened. Trauma is trauma. CPS exists for this very reason. If even half of what's been shown and said is true, removing Junior wasn't harsh, it was necessary. The mother's side, overwhelmed or irresponsible. Some people will argue Chrisean is young, in the public eye, and dealing with a toxic co-parenting situation. She's not a monster, she just needs help. And yes, motherhood under a microscope is brutal, but young doesn't mean exempt from consequences, especially when a child's well-being is at stake. She's had time warnings, public support professionals trying to help, and still, the behavior reportedly continued. That's not being overwhelmed. That's a pattern of endangerment. The system's role, damned if they do, damned if they don't. CPS gets dragged for acting too late and dragged for acting too soon. In this case, multiple red flags were visible. Online medical neglect accusations surfaced repeatedly. Family unwilling to help a high-profile child at serious risk. How could they not intervene? This wasn't just about a heat wave or a live stream. This was about a consistent record of questionable decisions and a toddler who needed help long before now. The internet's verdict, mixed but loud. Here's what the conversation online is shaping up to be. CPS should have acted months ago. She's not evil, she's drowning, but that baby still deserves better. Fame is not a pass to neglect your kid. If no one in the family wants him, this is bigger than Chrisean, and of course, that little boy deserves love, not content views. Final question to you. Do you believe Chrisean can change and earn her way back to being a safe parent? Or is Junior safer where he is, even if it's in the foster system? Drop your thoughts. These aren't just headlines anymore, they're real-life consequences for a child who didn't choose any of this. This case is far from over. Stay tuned, because how it ends might say a lot about how we protect children in the social media age. #Protect the innocent. #Junior deserves better. #CPS in the spotlight.